Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're the United States of the world. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for about 4.5 years, not quite, 4.25 probably, putting in solid foundations, and we're now expanding our economy to benefit all our citizens by improving the liquidity and value of our currency, because all our citizens hold our currency. Anybody can become a citizen. It's free and there's no obligation. You just come along, register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. It's up to you whether you get involved in any of the programs and things that we have going on. As I say, it's entirely optional. There is no obligation to get involved in anything. And we're going to give you some of our currency every month. The more things you take part in, the more currency we'll give you. But you can also earn commissions and money right now. And we've got several powerful programs, but two that we're just in the middle of launching now, which are really, really powerful and pretty unique. When you do become a member or a citizen of We Share Abundance, we view you as nothing more, nothing less than a human being. We don't pigeonhole you because of color, class, creed, gender, age, weight, or anything else. We see all our citizens as human beings, all part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, and all individually unique, having something unique to offer our community and therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. And that is a non-separatist ideology, and we'll be having a little affirmation to help us with that in a moment before we get started. Our main objective here is to create happiness. If we think about it, it's what everybody strives for. You may think that you want money, or you may think you want a new home or a car or a relationship. Why do you want it? Because you believe it's going to make you happy. And so we try and teach finding happiness the right way. And when you do, you will find that everything else you want and need in life comes to you. If you go about chasing money, very few people are successful. And the ones that are often aren't happy. They don't know what it is that's missing from their life, but they're searching for something still and trying to get more of something, more money, more power, more what? I don't know what it is that I need. And it's that true happiness. And that only comes through loving service to others. And the more you go about life in loving service to others, the more you'll find that everything that you want and need in life will be attracted to you. You don't have to chase after it. Okay, so we'll have a little prayer to help us with finding happiness in life. Okie dokie. Let's have a look at who we've got in before we get onto the prayer, the affirmation, and the updates. Because we have a lot of people that view the live event, but we have even more that watch the replays, because there's no perfect time for everybody. So while some people may feel that 7 p.m. London time is a good time, other people think that it's a really bad time because they're asleep, or they're working, or they're playing for sport, or they've got to take the kids to something or other, So we have replays going back all the way from the day we started. Mainly they're available on YouTube and in the Facebook group, and they are also recently available in Twitch. Okay, so let's see who we've got in now that we can welcome, because we welcome everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay. We've got Lewis in from Portugal. We've got Ern with Atre from Pakistan, I think. We've got Don in from Canada. We've got Maureen in from London in England. We've got Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. We've got Toby in from Nigeria, Andrew in from New Zealand, and Werner in from South Africa. So welcome to you all from all different parts of the world. I've got an itchy eye. And let's get started. First of all, with that little prayer, and then with the affirmation, and then we'll get on to the updates and tell you what's going on. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service, attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay. We've also got Bazina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. Right. There's been no development done today, and I don't think the Sharehope plan has run, but I'm going to just check it again now. But I had a look at it earlier and it didn't look like it had run. It should have run at 5 o'clock, so maybe that's still not been adjusted. I can't find it now, just bear with me. This is it here. And no, it hasn't run because we've still got the same numbers. So it's probably going to run in another 3 hours or whatever it is. At 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And hopefully it'll run for the community matrix and the your personal matrix as well, because we had to run the personal matrix manually last time. So we'll see what happens later on tonight, and tomorrow morning hopefully everything will be as it should be. And then next week we'll work on getting the time corrected and the emails done, and one or two other little bits and pieces, and we'll say, okay, we're good to go, okay, with the Sharehope plan. We have seen an increase in membership since I opened it up to people, I think only 2 days ago. Maybe 3 days ago. Maybe this is the third day that people have had the link. So we have had a bit of an increase, but nothing like the growth that we want. And we're not going to really get that until we can do that emailing to utilize the power of the power line. Okay, so there you go. See, we've got Stephen in from Illinois in the USA as well. So what can I say? We'll have to just wait and see what happens with that, and then hopefully next week we'll be able to say, okay, it is going to run, and we're going to have a definite time, and we can do a sort of cut-off little webinar where you can help and bring people along, and we can explain a little bit about what's going on. I see we've got Richard in from Devon in England. I'll have a look when I get back from pub. Okay. I think He was grabbing a train earlier on, so he may be in Barnstaple, stopping some beer going flat. Okay, so that is where we are with the shareholder plan. I'll give you some numbers in a moment. 777 plan again. Once we get the shareholder out of the way, which we're hoping to do within a day or two of next week, we'll get those modifications to the 777 plan done, and we'll see how that's working. We've got to get that balance right between the free entries and the free entry bank, the money that's coming in for the free entries. They're not free now, assisted entries, we should call them now. Okay. Effectively, people don't have to pay, but they have to repay. It's like a loan now, as we're going to put people through, or it will be when we make those upgrades that we are going to do. So, what's been happening today? A lot of time has been spent on this Beyond Infinity Triple P plan. The more I see of it, the less expectation I have. Let me just have a quick look at where we are with it now. Okay, they've nearly completed 31 groups, which is pushing towards $1 million that they've taken in contributions in the last 2 or 3 days. And that's fine. It's encouraging in a way, but what they're saying they're going to pay out means that they've got to take even what the contributions are now and turn that inside a year into over $1 billion. Now, all things are possible, but I think that is unlikely. I don't expect it to pay out what they have said it's going to pay out. I'm hopeful that it will pay out everything that they say, but I don't expect it. I'm even more hopeful that it'll pay out the first 2 payments, which I think are probably quite reasonable. The first one definitely would mean that you've broken even on your investment. And the second one will mean you've got 7 times your money back. Well, 8 times with your first payment. So if you put in $500, that $500 in around about 6 months could turn into $4,000. And that is a really, really good return on your money. Now, they're saying that they're going to make you a lot more wealthy than that. And that's where I have a little bit of difficulty with the numbers. It's possible, all things are possible. But I think if we expect that, a lot of people are going to get disappointed, because I don't believe that it's really realistic to see them turning a little under $1 million into a bit over $1 billion in a year's time, or less than a year. However, we'll have to wait and see. But I'll be happy if we get those first 2 payments. I think 8 times your money is really, really good. Nobody should be complaining if that's all that happens. We'll have to just wait and see. If we get that first one back, everybody's in the clear anyway, because they've got their money back. So once again, I particularly advise against getting in with a big lump of money, just in case. We've had a lot of people that have got involved with $50, and I think that is a very reasonable, I think that's a reasonable bet, because really what it is, we're betting that this is going to happen. It's not an investment, it's not guaranteed in any way, but you're betting that you're going to make a profit. And I think $50 is a good level to be at. And we've had quite a few people taking up that $50 option. I think if you can afford 500 and you can afford to lose the 500, I think 500 is a good option. But I would caution you against getting greedy and putting in much over 500. I'll be honest with you, if it does what it says it does, it means that in a year we'll have earned $10 million, and that is from the 50% matching bonus of what people have put in from the people that we've referred. It's a little bit shy of that at the moment, but I can tell you what it is. I think I put it all on a spreadsheet. Let me just get it up. Yeah, as of about 3 or 4 hours ago, if it performs as they say, we're looking at $8,169,000 for having referred a few people. I hope that it pays out as they say, but I don't expect it. Okay, I am really hopeful and possibly verging on expectation that we'll get payments 1 and probably payment 2. Beyond that, I think anything that goes beyond that is really incredible and remarkable. And if it does pay out those 4 payments, well, that's great. But I think it's improbable. It just, the numbers just look too big. So by all means, make your own decision. But I feel I have to pour a little bit of water on a drowning man or whatever. You know, I have to give my opinion on it, because we are responsible for having referred a lot of people into Beyond Infinity, hundreds of them. And it's only fair that I share my opinion. I'm really optimistic about it. I mean, it may sound like I'm being a pessimist, but I'm not. I'm optimistic. I think we'll get 8 times the return. I'm not sure what we'll get beyond that, but if we get 8 times the return, I think that is a magnificent return in round about 6 months. You know, it'll be around about Christmas, New Year. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so that is the Beyond Infinity Triple P. They are also saying that they're going to try and clear all the outstanding vehicles by the end of 2025. And that is a big ask on its own, because there are an awful lot of people that have that are due vehicles. I'm not sure, is Kingsley on? I'm not seeing Kingsley. If you're on Kingsley, I know you were due a vehicle this month, and we've not heard from you since you asked a couple of questions about it, and you said you'd got a dealer fixed up and everything. So it'd be interesting to know how you are getting on with that. We have another vehicle due, which they may get into their July allocation. I think in all honesty, it's more probable to be in August, and it might even be later than that. We'll just have to wait and see. But anything we get from those vehicles, again, is a bonus. And we have to just tread carefully a little bit with it. One of the reasons that I've been pushing to get our plans out is because I know that they are reliable. They're not based on pie in the sky numbers or anything like that. They are genuine businesses that have really mathematically sound compensation plans. They're not going to make you, or they're not going to make most of us fabulously wealthy in the short term, but they are going to be reliable, and they're going to be around for generations and provide you with security so that you can gamble on things like Beyond Infinity, Triple P plan, and other things that are bound to come along in the near future. And the distant future as well, I suppose. They're constantly coming along. There is one I've been looking at and talking to people about, and many of you may be involved in it, but I've not been pushing it. In fact, I've not even joined it, but I'm thinking of doing so, and that is this Mining Boost program. I can't remember what the name of it is. But it looks to be going pretty well, and it looks to be fairly solid. The plan is mathematically sound, and they do have a product which is of value. So we may be taking a look at that. I think that probably has more longevity than some of the other plans that are around at the moment. But we can only hope and pray, and as I say, tread with caution. Okay, let's have a look. We've got Peter in from Cameroon. We've got Sam in from Nigeria. Richard, yep, money back, and the rest is a bonus. Yeah, if we get our money back, that's great. What we get beyond that is a bonus. So there we go. Let me give you some numbers for our plans, and then I want to talk a little bit about what Dave Cutler is offering, and see if we can do something with that, because that could be very beneficial to all of us. But here we go. We have an increase of 32 in our ShareHope Powerline plan, 32 more paid members to 323. We have an increase of 32 also in the 777 plan to 18,561. We have an increase of 37 in our registered members to 44,669. And we have an increase of 9 in our active member count to 2,338. Active members can withdraw their money from our community. it's not hard to be an active member. You've just got to prove you're a real person, submit a photo ID and a picture of you holding it, and that's it. And that's a one time. Once it's done, it's done. And the other thing, which you need to do every month, is log in half the available days in the month. So like in June, you needed to log in 15 days. If you were a member at the beginning of June, like if you joined on the 10th of June, there are only 20 days left, so you'd only have to log in 10 to be qualified as an active member. And then you're free. You can withdraw all your income from the plans that you're involved in. There's no limit on it. I'm not sure whether we've removed those limits. That is one of the things that we'll be checking on next week. There were a couple of major things that we wanted to get done, and we got those done. So there are a few little bits and pieces we just need to check on, get sorted out, and then the ShareHub is ready to go full launch. Some people have asked if we've got any marketing material for people to help them get their 3. 3 is what we are looking for as a minimum. Don't think about it as getting 3. Think about it as getting as many people as you can, because each one is worth a lot of money to you. Thousands of dollars in matching bonus payments every month. You refer somebody, they are worth around about, I think it's over $2,000 in matching bonus payments to you. So it's worth putting a little bit of effort into getting people. So don't think about it as, how do I get my 3? Think about it as, how do I get a minimum of 3? Okay. But we don't have anything at the moment other than you're welcome to use the messages that I send to your inbox that show what I'm using. You can knock them around to your heart's content and do what you can with them. But we don't have anything sort of on the website at the moment where you can go along and pick up banners and swipe text for solo ads and this sort of thing. But it will be coming. Okay. Multiply Weezer, there's no change in the membership base. We did get we did get a few cents, or about 90 cents actually, which moved us up into another dollar in the bonus pool, $10,457.13. Yeah. Multiply Weezer, once again, we've had people asking about the Weezer token. There's nothing much we can do with that until we've got these 2 plans up and running, the mall in place, and the Fun Miracle site operational. Once that's done, then the Multiply Weezer site and the Weezer tokens will be our main priority, and we'll get that sorted out. I am also going to discuss with Deviani on the time that she would need and what time we've got. But we are going to, I'm hoping we can implement next week the automated ID verification. When we do implement it, those that have already done the verification, if they are withdrawing, will need to do it again. I'm sorry, because we have to get everybody into that database with the biometrics, and that way we can eliminate any duplicate accounts. It'll pull them up and we'll know if we've got duplicate accounts. And now I know most of you don't have, I know most of you follow the rules and everything, but it has to be the same for everybody. So once we do implement that, when you come to withdraw, you will find that you will need to do that again, but it's pretty quick and easy. It's one process that I've been through. It's one of the fastest that I've ever been involved in, and they handle most countries and different languages and all sorts of things. So it'll be a lot easier for most members. And seeing as we've only got about 5% of our members that are KYC verified at the moment, it's only going to be a bit of a hassle for those 5%. But in the meantime, until we get it there, you're good to go. You can use your current status as an active member and withdraw as much as you want of your income. Okay, we've got Ahmad in from Nigeria as well. Now then, Dave Cutler of Avazu and Rewards Ripple has put together an email program. I don't really fully understand all about it, but from what I can understand, it's like a very, very powerful autoresponder. And it's going to be on sale in the near future, but he's making it available free to people that do a little bit in referring people into Rewards Ripple. If you're in, I think you've only got to refer 5 people, but they've got to refer 5 people as well. So you need to refer 5 people and work with 5 people, and that'll get you that basic package, and that'll be enough for most people. Obviously, if you can do more, you can get bigger packages, and I think most people wouldn't use them, but you may want them, and you may find that you do use them in the future. The top package would be great for We Share Abundance, because from tentative conversations I've had with Dave, we could adapt it to use for mailing the people in the Share Hope Power Line. And that has been one of the big obstacles that we have so far, that we've not been able to overcome at this moment in time. We are looking at different solutions for that, but it is something that this may be a blessing from God, you know, God's gift to our situation. However, for us to get that, we have to refer 50 people, and they have to refer an average of 5 people each. So we're looking at 300 people into Rewards Ripple. Unfortunately, if you're already in Rewards Ripple, you don't count. You can go out and you can get your 5 and them get their 5, but you won't count towards people that we will be referring in as We Share Abundance, to see if we can get this package. Now, if we get it, not only will it be able to be used for some of our systems, but it will also be something that we can sell on the Mo. And if you refer somebody to it and they're paying a monthly fee, you're going to be getting monthly income from it. I think we can sell 50 of them, and they'd be white labeled as the We Share Abundance magic mailing system, or whatever we want to call it. It also, I believe, comes loaded with some prospects. How valuable that is, I'm not sure. There are a lot of them, but cold people need to be turned into warm people, and they need to get hot before they buy. And it's not always easy. However, it's all part of the package, and so if we can get that, then let's go for it. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be putting together a page, and it'll have to be new people that are referred. Unfortunately, we can't do it for the people that are already in, unless we get to the magic number before the end of July. And if we do that, then we can add other people into the rotator, because we're going to have a rotation going. It's not going to be the be all and end all. We're looking for people who will refer a few people themselves, but we'll try and help with the rotator. The first thing we will need to do is, as We Share Abundance, as the Frami account, we will need to enroll 50 new people into Rewards Ripple. Rewards Ripple is free, and it has the potential to generate prizes for you for playing games and doing other things. Now then, if you go out and you're referring people, you also get points that go towards these prizes. So not only are you potentially getting one of these systems free if you refer 5 people, but also you're getting the points for that into your back office that you'll be able to bid on anything that you may want or need from their auction site once it's available. So our first thing will be 50 people. Once we have 50 people, those people will be put into the rotation, and anybody that comes in above 50 people will go out 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So if we get 100 people, everybody will have one person. Now, those 50 people really need to be self-motivated in going out and getting their 5, and if they want one of these packages for themselves, getting their 5 to get 5. But we're going to do everything we can to help you get your 5 people. We'll have a website there that you'll be able to use to refer people. It'll go into, well, I think it's already in the Downline Builder, but we'll be doing a push on it through July to see if we can get there and get that top package. And if we get that top package, whether we can get it customized into doing the mailing for the ShareHope power line, because that is going to involve millions of emails a day. And this system, once again, from what I understand from talking to Dave, is robust enough to cope with that. I'm a little bit unsure about one of the things he said today, that if you upload your own people, it'll go through your own IP. If that's the case, it defeats the object. But I'll be talking to him through the week, and let's see if we can just get hold of it for a start, and then we can see. And I'm sure that if Dave can help us once we've got it, I'm sure he'd be prepared to bend over backwards to see how we can implement it to help us with our system. So that's there. In the interests of We Share Abundance, the page that we will have will be linked to the autoresponder. And the first 50 people that we are able to sign up will be going to admin. And then after that, admin won't want any more. 50 is all we need. And then any more after that will go to the 50 people that we enrolled. And hopefully they'll be helping themselves by pushing that page or doing it directly through putting people into the multiple income streams to get them signed up. And then what we've got to do is hit 300 people, and that is only 10 a day. So let's have a go at it. Let's see what we can do and pull together as a team for the benefit of We Share Abundance. And like I say, if we've got 50 of these white label programs that we can put on the on the mall, then you'll be able to sell through the mall, and you'll be getting 10% of that every time they pay their monthly subscription. So it's possibly more, because if you're in the ShareHope plan, you would be getting 20%. So if they're paying like a $200 subscription, that is $40 a month for everyone that you sell. So that could be very handy. Okay, we've got Tony in from Sheffield in England. Any news on the removing of the $10 withdrawal limit from the ShareHope to AC wallet, Graham? No, but it will be done next week. I don't know why it's still there, in all honesty, but it will be removed. However, you don't really want to be withdrawing less than $10, because there's a $2 fee to a withdrawal, and I'm not sure where that's applied. I'm not sure whether it's applied when you withdraw from the exchange or whether you withdraw from the available cash wallet, but I know there's a $2 fee involved somewhere along the line. So you don't want to be withdrawing like $5 and only getting $3, do you? So however, we do want to remove all the minimums and maximums so that you can do as you please. I think within the community there are no fees involved, so I think it must be when you make a withdrawal from the exchange to your external wallet. But no, we've been busy with the major items in ShareHope last week, and we pretty much got those completed. The little things that we need to do, like that, and like the getting the date right, few little minor things, but they won't take very long. We will also need to look at a backup plan for the email. If we don't get the system from Dave, and even if we do, we may find that it's better to find our own solution. We'll have to thinking about that. But that's where we are with things. I will endeavour to get something out on that Rewards Ripple thing tomorrow, so that we've got it and we can launch our campaign 1st of July, Monday, and just see what we can pull in, how many people we can pull in. It's not an awful lot of people we need. We need a total of 300 over the month. If we all pull together, I'm sure we can get that. Okay. And that covers everything I've got. There is nothing new to add. It looks like the ShareHope will run again at what is, I think it's 10 o'clock London time. So those of you that are up at that time, you'll be able to check it after that, check your matrix after that. I won't be doing it until tomorrow. 10 o'clock is past my bedtime. Okay, so that's it. I'll be here tomorrow with also the drawing for the raffle. I've not had a look at that. I'll have to, let me make a note, because we need to, oh, wrong piece of paper. Here we go. I need to do that. Minimum max withdraw. Okay. So there we go. So we'll be back tomorrow with the drawing and the of the raffle. Perhaps I'll have that page set up for the reward ripple, and there's really not an awful lot more, but we will be able to see what's happened with the share hope by tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So until then, just get out and keep doing what you're doing, enjoying life, making others happy. It'll make you happy. It'll attract into your life everything that you want. Get out there, share some love, share some hope, share some abundance. Get out there with your loving service, unconditional love from your heart. And I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah.